Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Sushma. In this video, I will replicate this map that you can see here depicting the poverty status in the past 12 months at county level in the US. To do that, I will use open source free software, QGIS, Quantum Geographic Information System, which is my personal go-to for geospatial analysis. So a little bit about this data here. So this is as you can see here, the map is depicting the person below poverty level for population for whom poverty status was determined. And this is based on the 2024 American Community Survey, ACS, and is reflecting the 5-year estimates subject table. So for this data we have, you can see here, two products. The first is 1-year estimate and the second is 5-year estimate. And in this map we are seeing the 5-year estimates subject table. So first I downloaded this data. So to do that, you can just click on this and click on the download option. I have already done that. So when we look at the data, when we do the download, we can see the data file and the metadata file and the notes file. So the data looks something like this. So I opened the data and it looks like this, and there is a geo ID variable and name and many variables here, lots and lots of variables. And then I check the metadata file and see that the variable that is presented here, this one, is this variable, yes, 1701 CO3 0013, estimate person below poverty level, population for whom poverty status is determined. So I downloaded that data from here. After that, the second step would be to get the county level shape file. Because this data is at the county level, we would need the county level geospatial vector shape file. And I downloaded that from the Tiger database. So if you want to learn how to download the shape file, you can refer to my earlier video on that. So I have also posted the link to that video in the description of this video. So I downloaded the shape file. Let's go to QGIS and let's look into that shape file. So for that, I open QGIS and then go to layer and add layer and then add vector layer, and then go here to explore where is your shape file. So my shape file is here, 2025 US county. I click on that and then I go down and see the SHP. I click on the SHP.SHP extension file, which is for the shape file, and then we can do open and then add, and we can close it once it's added. So let me zoom in this shape file. Let's zoom in more, a little bit more, and now let's open this attribute. Let's see the attribute of this file. So to do that, I clicked on right and then open attribute table, and here you can see different features that are stored in the shape file. And one of the important feature that we will need is the ID variable. So here we have geo ID and the geo ID FQ. So now let's go to our data, and here you will see GeoID variable, which is stored in this format. You can see here it's a long format that has some number followed by US and then followed by some other numbers. So let's go to the shapefile here and then see here if we have some variable in which this ID is in that format. So here we can see that there is this GeoIDFQ variable in which it's exactly the same format, some number followed by 00 and then US and then some number, right? So we can now be confirmed that we have that variable, which is a common identifier. So that means we can merge or we can join this poverty data with our shapefile using this common GeoIDFQ variable. So for now, let me close this. Let me close this for now. Okay. I go here and I close it. And then now the next step will be to prepare my poverty data in a final format. So I have done that. So here you can see I have already cleaned and formatted my data so that I can use it for mapping. So this is my variable that I want to present in the map, the percent below poverty, and I also retain the name of the county, and then I retain this GeoID variable that was in the earlier original version of the data that was stored as GeoID, but then I renamed it as GeoID FQ so that it will be easier to do the join. And then now I save it. And now let's go to our QGIS, go to layer, and then add layer, add vector layer, and then I find my data that is stored that I had cleaned with the GeoID format, same as the save file. So I click it and then open, and then I do add, keeping everything default. And then let's look into the attributes of this table. So open attribute table. Okay, we have this 3 variable poverty data. That's good. And then the next thing that we want to do is convert. Okay, before that, let's do some joining of these two layers. So to do that, you can go to properties and click on plus sign, and then the joining layer is percent below poverty, yes, and then the join field is GeoIDFQ. So we don't have to worry much about this because it's the same variable in both of the layers, and that the target field is also GeoIDFQ. So if this GeoIDFQ variable was not there, you would maybe you would want to create another ID variable in the poverty data that is that matches with the format of the ID variable in the shapefile. So you can do some customization here, but for now I'm not doing that. So let's do OK, and then let's do OK one more time. Now let's see, let's open the shapefile, open the attribute table, and here you can see that the poverty data is already joined in this shapefile, right? Here you can see the poverty 2025. Okay, since this poverty rate is already joined in the county shapefile, let me try to plot that in this map. So to do that, I go to property and then go to symbology and then I want a graduated symbol, and then I need a value. So that value here is percent below poverty 2025. So let me click on that, and then I want a blue color ramp, and then let's classify. Let's look into here. There are how many categories? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So 5. Let's do the natural bricks, and then classify. Classify, and here we can see it's exactly the same: 1.4 to 10.7, 10.8 to 16.1, and 16.2 to 2.3. So this is the classification system, the natural brick, or it's also called Jenks style, that they're using. Now let's go back to the map here, and it looks like the color that they're using is a little bit lighter than this one. So let me try to change the color to a little bit light. So to do that, maybe I can change the color here. Right click and do change color. We could use the hex color number to do the exact same coloring. So here I manually changed the color of these different gradient using the hex color code that matches with this figure map. So let me do okay, and then you can see our map, and this is the map. So here it looks like they have also added the layer for the state. So let's do that as well. So we can do the add vector layer, and then we can go to we can bring in the state level file, .shp, open, and then add, close. It's on the top of our county file, like that. Let's bring it down. Let's bring it on the top, because if we bring it down, county level will cover it. What we can do is we can work on the properties, and here in place of simple field, outline simple line, and then if we can, if we want to make it more darker, we can just go to the properties and then play around with this color here, color, more dark. So here, when we compare our map with the map here, it looks like it's more transparent compared to ours. That looks like a little bright. So we can change that, going to the layer that you want to edit, and then go to properties, and then here under symbology you can see here this, click on this inverted triangle here, and then you can drag this slider. You can see the slider and see when I move it, it becomes sort of like transparent on the side here. So for now I kept it a little bit here at the middle, and then I do okay, and here now it looks more like what we have here in this website. If we want a little bit darker, uh, maybe a little bit up, and then do okay, and then you can change this name of this layers. So you can do that, going rename, areas, state, label, boundary, and then percent, below property, areas, counties. So give ACS 2024 or any other information that you want. So yeah, this is how we can replicate or we can make maps in QGIS. This is a very user-friendly software and I like it. Thank you.